Hey, beloveds. It's been a minute since I've been called to bring this message forth, or a message. But I'm going to make it short and sweet, to the point. I've tried 4 times, and that has not worked. So I'm going to give it this try again. Maybe someone doesn't want this message to come across. But it's about karmic ties, beloved, ascending ones, chosen ones. When we die to our old self, that process also requires the connections, those karmic connections that we had in our past life. That needs to be resolved as well. If you're experiencing symptoms of having difficulties with people, if you're seeing things in some of your closest friends, closest associates, family, and there's something that's gnawing at you about that connection or about that person more than usual, these are the signs that this is a relationship or a karmic tie that needs to be cut off. I see people struggle with that. I didn't have a struggle with that. I just had a struggle with seeing it. But once I saw it, it's not an issue for me to cut off a karmic tie. It wasn't at the time. I understood the assignment. So you too got to understand the assignment. When you're engaging with people that are seemingly presenting antagonistic energy, they're triggering you in one way or another, or if you are identifying the qualities in them that you couldn't see before, now is the time that that spirit is calling you to cut that tie, to cut it, because it cannot carry over into your new state of being, your new state of consciousness, your new state of existence does not include those karmic ties. It's not to say that you have to cut off all relationships of your past, but there are certain relationships that were put on your path that you put into the contract to bring you to a level of awareness about who you truly are. And so, as you are awakening, you're starting to see people more clearly, more definitively, the truth about who they truly are and the roles that they served in your life. And if you're stuck in your ego, you're going to be back and forth with that person or these energies from an egoic perspective. This is not about the ego. This is about the spiritual ascension of oneself. And so you have to deal with this from a spiritual perspective, not a flesh and blood perspective. So what I'm saying is, it's not about telling people about themselves or getting into a confrontation with someone. It's about mentally, spiritually seeing things clearly and making a spiritual, mental decision to disconnect and detach oneself from that energy that's no longer what? Serving you well. So when things are seemingly like there's always an issue with this person or that person, or it may not even be an issue. It may be a subtle thing that you have to see. I know for me, it was about me not taking people for face value any longer. When I took the rose-tinted glasses off, I saw people clearly, and I could no longer make excuses for bad behavior. As an empath, I often would give people a pass in their bad behaviors. But it was for me, and everyone is an individual and has to know what lessons that you are here to learn, and how that is going to unfold for you. For me, I had to overcome that passivity that I had adopted much of my life due to different reasons and circumstances. You know how it is, your family, this, that, and the third. So there's always that sheep that's kind of subdued in her way, and that was me. But what does the Bible say? It says that the Messiah, the Christ, comes in like a lamb and leaves out like a lion, right? And on that note, You got to step into that lion power and make a decision that no longer are you going to be subject to the things and the energies and the entities that no longer serve your purpose. They can't come with you. And you can't go until you cut them loose. If that's not motivation, I don't know what else is. Be motivated. Do the work. Ascend. You can't ascend with weights holding you down, anchors. Get them away from you. Get out of here, bugs. Anywho, I hope that blesses you and is helpful in your ascension journey. Don't shrink back. Be a formidable opponent to anything and everything and everyone that comes up against your power and your destiny. Choose your destiny. Be well. Blessed be.